Okay, so you guys know me as kind of a historian, right? Historian on the market side of things, and yeah, I came across a pretty interesting listing that eventually got taken down a few days ago. But I didn't know the U.S. Mint made 2020 West Point V75 quarters in proof, and I hope maybe you guys didn't either, but check this out. This was a picture I had saved from the listing. It was only up for a short while. It didn't even last that long. But lo and behold, did you guys know that PCGS attributes 2020 West Points as proof, even though zero of them were made? And then when you look at the coin, yeah, obviously it's a business strike. So, yeah, what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? Now, the interesting thing, if you examine closely at the label, it just says gem proof. It has no numerical designation whatsoever. So, it doesn't say proof 68 or it doesn't have cameo or anything like that. It just says gem proof. So, yeah, I want to talk a little bit more about this coin. I came across it. I thought about, it's not worth doing a video on because it's obviously a major malfunction, screw up, typo, whatever you want to call it. But when you kind of dig down deeper into what's going on here with this coin, there are a few things that are just ultimately really messed up about it. Number one, there was someone actually trying to sell it for $125,000. It's $125, right? Let me see. I want to double check. $125,000. A coin that should have never existed in the first place. That was, and we all kind of trust our third-party graders. God forbid, PCGS and GC. I know you guys are listening, but this thing came up on the radar, and if there's no eBay listing to go to anymore because it got taken down. Okay, and rightfully so. I mean, this is obviously a grading error of epic proportions. What's also kind of messed up, and I don't know if you guys had seen it, but there's a third-party authenticator like Certified Acceptance Corporation, CAC, but they do modern coins called MAC certification. And MAC actually put their little friggin' sticker on this thing. Shame on you guys for even doing that. You guys know that this is an error and it should have never been graded as such. This is like one of the things that frustrate me in the hobby because I promote third-party grading quite a lot, as you guys know. It's something that has kind of been an important aspect in today's numismatics, especially if you're on the selling side and you have some relatively scarce coins, rarities, key dates. It's pretty much a foregone conclusion that you should be grading those because it's just going to make it easier for you to sell in the secondary market. Now, there's this whole other completely different world called the registry, where people are assembling the highest grades of every respective coin in their favorite series. There are some people with deep enough pockets that they have amassed over many years of working as the CEO of a 200-year-old textile plant, for crying out loud, and now they're sitting here buying coins like this, or let alone selling them. I don't know where the hell people get these things, by the way. But what's also equally fascinating is that the same seller has another 2020 West Point gem proof graded coin by PCGS, or had. That coin has since been taken down on eBay. It's not on there. Therefore, I don't have anything to show you. But yeah, it was an American Memorial Park, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, that's 2019. What else did they have on there? Let me check. To the credit of the fine folks on the Collectors Universe forums who done all the friggin' legwork. And as you guys know, that's PCGS's own personal forum page on there. So that's their guy, that's their babe. Um, a lot of the people, a lot of the seasoned veterans in the hobby went as far as talking about this, and it got the attention of PCGS. So the coin has been delisted. Here's what it looks like if you were to type in the cert number. It comes back as this. It's that 421 blah 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 number. Came back as being not in their database any longer. So a period of time that it took from when the coin was first listed to where it was delisted, the coin was taken off of eBay, was very short. It was only like a day or two, max, somewhere around there. Because, I mean, when you throw up a $125,000 coin on eBay, you best believe that it's going to gain the attention of a lot of people in the hobby, whether good, bad, or indifferent. There are people that have thrown up just completely ungraded garbage dreck on there and ask, a brand new car for the things. And, obviously, those people are either uneducated or they're really trying to get one in over on their fellow man and try and really, in essence, steal this money. The seller, shame on you. You had two of these damn things up on your eBay store. I'm glad they got taken down. And I'm pretty sure that you're probably one of the big dealers of these things, because there are a few sellers that have top graded West Point coins. I mean, some of them are gorgeous. Some of them have that max certification on there as well. And these are the folks that have these at pretty expensive prices. And some of them are worth it because they have very small mintages, and very rarely do you see a mint state 68 anyways on these coins. So if you're able to get that, all the more power to you. I think the cream at the top when it comes to these West Point quarters, whether they're 19s or 20s, has been so unbelievably the whole thing's been rhetorical. Like it's just been you have all these other coins that grade less that you could buy for like $25 or $50. And you have absolutely this one big mountain to climb where it's like $20,000. And when I get to my next point here, you're going to see exactly what I mean. But there's this kind of reality and perception deal. Like the people are paying that $25-$50 are down here where the oxygen is like normalized. But when you're kind of climbing Mount Everest to get to that mid-state 68 W mint quarter, it's like the oxygen kind of leaves your brain, and you begin to forget what your name is and what your phone number is and things like that. That's where a lot of the irrationality comes into when it comes to these things. All right, so kind of segueing into my next point, here's kind of like the craziness of this. So here are these two coins I'm going to show you right here. They're both exactly the same coin. They're two different coins, but they are the same coin. They're both 2020 West Point American Samoa National Park quarters. Now, keep in mind, these are both live listings. One had just sold on the 22nd, which is, whoa, that's today. Whoa, what do you know? So perfect timing on my behalf on this one. So the one that sold today was actually Mid-State 68 NGC. It's a top graded coin at 25, graded at this amount, which is not a lot to begin with. And there are none graded finer. V75 Privy West Point. $1,075. Someone smacked that buy it now button. And you also have this other gentleman that has the same exact coin and the same grade, just different certificate numbers because they're two different pieces. They have theirs at $20,000 or best offer. Now, I'm all for making a good, healthy profit, but when we have a sale that ends up at just over $1,000, and then you have another one at $20,000, regardless if you're asking a best offer, what if someone came in and put in a best offer of $5,000 even before that other cheaper one sold? Then in hindsight, $5,000 kind of sets the table of the market. The other one may not have sold for $1,075, if this particular example sold for 5. Now, that's provided that that particular seller is willing to accept $5,000, which is 25% of their asking price. It may not be completely unreasonable. That's probably where they're trying to be on that. But now it's really put this individual into kind of a quandary of sorts. It's like, I have this thing for 20 grand and one just sold for $1,000. Oh, shit. Like, you're kind of stuck. You're stuck for at least 90 days. And the reason why I say that is that eBay keeps tabs of all the archive sales for 90 days. So after 90 days, those drop off. And the guy selling their coin for 20 grand is kind of in the clear, unless someone had, unless you could go into an archive of, say, there are archives you could go into where you could actually get and retrieve older prices beyond 90 days. I think Worth Point, you could go longer than 90 days. I'm not subscribed to them. I just refuse to pay for that service because I'm really only interested on what's sold the last 3 months because those are more in tune to what we call current market value of these coins, or fair market value. Current fair market value. That's a mouthful. But as you can see, it's really put kind of an interesting situation for our friend who's trying to get a lot more money for their coin than the one that sold for $1,000. But that's the crazy world of the West Point circulation strike quarters. These things are going to be absolutely insane for the foreseeable future, and the likelihood that we'll ever see higher graded specimens is going to be kind of dwindling by the day. Am I telling you to go out and invest in these? No, I did that already once before. The market has kind of cooled on just regular raw condition coins. They're not selling for nearly as much. They've kind of retraced a little bit, 10, 15%, and it's crazy. These things are still kind of pricey. But, you can still collect a full set. You can even get a full set graded in like mid-state 65 or even 66 and do really well. And it's going to be a very satisfying set to put together. At the most, you probably end up spending, $200, especially if you're getting 65s. Then you'll do really, really well. And then you're going to have a set of probably one of the most iconic treasure hunts sponsored by the U.S. Mint, which we don't normally see. So, in other news, this is Sunday Sean. I'm just kind of chilling like a villain, getting ready for some football. I've been a little emotional the last few days because my oldest daughter had finally moved out of the house. And I didn't think it would come this quickly. And, I've always joked around with her. I'm like, yeah, once you move out, everything will be good. I could get to turn your bedroom into an official office. I could get to do studio stuff in there. And, no, I kind of wish I had her back. She's fantastic. She's very outgoing. No, I'm lying. She's not outgoing at all. She has a lot of friends. She likes going out and getting tattoos and, doing all that early 20s stuff that a lot of other kids do. Getting her drink on. And, yeah. It's been kind of a little bit of a void right now. Not a void, but void. You don't know really how much you miss someone until they're gone. She's not gone forever. She'll be here this afternoon after work. So I'll get to see her. She did forget a few things. Yeah, but don't tell her we already converted her bathroom back to what normal looks like. Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing the Live Coin Q&A shirt, which means Monday night we do have a Live Coin Q&A sesh. A live stream, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. We're going to be talking about some of the coins that people have submitted through our email. Info@livecoinqa.com is the email if you guys wanted to shoot us some coin questions. But The ultimate lesson: buy the coin, not the holder, but at the same time, buy the holder if it's a top pop. Do you think that $1,075 coin was a deal? I don't know. Could be. Could just be the market. It is a top pop in GC. But yeah, really crazy world we're living in with these coins and whatnot. It's just a hobby, right? Some people are making it a business, and it's their livelihood. Same way that this channel is a livelihood with me. Someone had pointed out, I'm sick and tired of your ads. You got ads every 10 minutes. Yeah, my content's free. Do me to do an ebook and charge $500 for that? I guarantee you, not one of you would buy it. Not one of you. But if that was the only way to gain my information, you guys would say, well, so-and-so has this information for free. Yeah, and that's Blue Ridge Silverhound. What's a few ads in your day? Skip them. Regular syndicated TV has ads, commercials every 10 minutes. And those ads are forever. You can't skip them, right? So, yeah, it's my livelihood. That's the only way that I earn a living. That's the only way I keep the lights on the ring light or other lights. It's how I am able to get the good old coffee percolating in the morning. So I get warm water and support a family. So I want to thank you guys for supporting me and believing in me and being a fellow collector. It's a fun hobby. Yeah. So I'll see you guys. Have a good day. Enjoy some football.